In this video, I want to give you all an overview of a lesson series we're starting here at countryguitaronline.com, teaching you all how to play lead guitar all the way up and down the neck of your guitar. And we're going to go over some really nice country and bluegrass sounding filler riffs that you can add in between your chord changes for your rhythm guitar. Really nice chord embellishments that sound very country and bluegrass. Really cool stuff in this whole series. And we're going to start this lesson course at the most basic level, as if you don't know anything about this type of play. We'll learn really basic progressions, and we'll start adding in some little fill riffs. And that type of stuff, and we'll really dumb it down a lot in the beginning, a ton, and just explain everything that's going on with all that stuff. And then we'll work our way up. We'll learn, expand upon it, and learn some more complex. More complex stuff like that, and that's what we're working towards in this whole series. But we're going to start very slow and build the right technique and learn the right things, and then we'll all get there eventually at the end of this series. And then we're also going to work our way up the neck too, so you can play that same type of stuff up here. There's an example, but I'm going to show you the techniques and give you all the stuff, the tools that you need to play all the way up the neck, and you will not get lost on the guitar. And trust me, it's not that hard. And we're going to start this series out learning the pentatonic scales. That's where most people start out when they're trying to learn how to play more this lead guitar type of stuff. In the pentatonic scales, there's only 5 positions that you have to learn. And when I say position, same thing. Some people call them just pentatonic scales. Some call them the pentatonic scale positions, the shapes of the pentatonic scale, or the pentatonic boxes. It's all referring to the same scales, different words to refer to them. But here's an example of one shape that we're going to be looking at. There's one shape right there. So basically it's just a scale, and there's 5 of them up the neck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of thing. But depending on what key you're in, you may start in the 3rd position here and go to the 4th position, and then 5th position, and then loop back around to the 1st and the 2nd position right there, you know? Or you could start in the 5th position here and then go back to the 1st position, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then 5th is down there. The reason that is, you know, guitar is tuned in a way that there's the open string to loop it back around to play that low E string right there. That same E right there is just an octave higher at the 12th fret. It starts over. Same concept with these scales. So that is how you can use these same exact 5 shapes to play over any song in any key. And we're going to get into all that. Don't get overwhelmed by this now, because it's actually pretty simple. We're going to learn one position at a time and just go from there. And we'll really grind out that position, because you can play an awesome solo, an awesome sounding solo, or some awesome riffs in one position only. And that's all you really need. But if you want to learn more about traveling the neck and all that stuff, and start learning that stuff up here, really country and bluegrass sound, that's what we'll get into in the rest of the series too. So cool series. I'm excited about it. One thing that I wanted to stress for these pentatonic scales before we get into the actual learning the scales and all that stuff, take a look here at these 2 charts. You've got major pentatonic scales, and then you got minor pentatonic scales. If you look there at the top row, there's the 5 positions of the major pentatonic scales. And take a closer look down at the 2nd row, there's the 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale. So the major on the top, minor on the bottom. If you look even closer, the shapes and the fingerings, they're the exact same. They don't change at all. The only difference between the major and the minor pentatonics is the starting point, or the place on the neck of the guitar that you play the scale. And I'll show you all that later on. You know, don't get too buried in the details now. We're going to go one position at a time. But just know that all you need to really know is 5 shapes, and that's it. And then you can travel the whole neck. And we'll go over when it's appropriate to use the major pentatonic scales over what type of songs and progressions, and then when you would want to add in the minor pentatonic scales. And it's really, really common in country and bluegrass to start mixing the major pentatonic scales with the minor pentatonic scales. So all that stuff we're going to go over. It's going to be a great lesson series, starting from the most basic stuff here. And depending on when you're watching this video, I am going to, today is August 22nd, 2016, and I'm just going to start putting these lessons out there. They're going to be shorter lessons, kind of like a daily challenge type of lessons. Give you all a little technique to keep building upon the techniques that we're covering. And depending on when you start watching these, I'm going to start out when I only have a few of them. I'm going to just post them to the main lesson grid on the main page of countryguitaronline.com. And you can just travel through this lesson series by clicking the link below the video here at this lesson post. And it'll send you to the next lesson in the series. But once I get enough of these, I'm going to organize them in a separate area on the site, and I'm going to order them, put them in order, lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll be a complete course on how to play lead guitar. So that's what the end goal is, but I'm just going to throw these out there piecemeal so y'all can have some stuff to work on as we go through it. So that's what we're going to be doing in this series. I'm excited about it. If y'all have any questions on these topics, any of these videos, just drop them in the comment box below the videos here at countryguitaronline.com, and I'll shoot you an answer right there in the comment area, or if someone else reads it and they know the answer, maybe they can pitch in and help out too. It'll just be an area that we can all share our knowledge as we start learning the neck of the guitar. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully see y'all at Country Guitar Online. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link here to go over to countryguitaronline.com. Check it out. It's going to be a good series. Hope to see you at the rest of the videos here.